put all of this stuff in here. So if we scroll down, if you've never taken an online course, it's helpful if you would read the Netiquette. Um, Kind of gives you some general guidelines as um, how to appropriately use internet um, or converse with the group. Our general weekly schedule is we start on a new module on Tuesday in class, and it goes for the whole following week. However, I have a lot of specific due dates so that you don't have to try to kind of figure out, oh, what's going on here. And I'll post a calendar for this class like I did for clinicals in the Moodle page up at the top, so you can even just print out the calendar and know exactly what is due on what day. I think some of you might prefer that. There's participation points in the course. So if you don't come or participate, you come but you don't participate, then you lose your participation points. Throughout the course, you will have some assignments that you'll want to know what the requirements are, or the rubric. So if we go back to the class and let's move down to Module 1, and I'm going to keep going down. Okay, it says, let's click on this one. This assignment is in Module 1, Faith Reflection, or Faith Journal Reflection. So if we click on that, it tells you what I'm expecting. So after reading the first 2 chapters in The Gift of Pain, I want you to respond to these questions, okay? You'll always want to check what the grading method is. So the grading method for this assignment says journal criteria, okay? And then it also has a note up here that the standard journal criteria does not apply. Your written submission should be 400 to 700 words. So the criteria in regards to word count doesn't apply. But in general, you find the grading method by going to the syllabus. Okay, and journal assignment, and it tells you all the expectations for something that has a journal assignment criteria. So in general, that entry should have 600 to 1,000 words. Now again, for this particular assignment, I did change that word count. But you can use conversational language, but you need to pay attention to grammar and sentence structure and spelling. That is part of your grade. There's no formatting. No outside resources are required, but if you do use some, you may have to make sure that you cite them. And late entries will receive no credit. And then you see how it's broken down: 3 points for clear essay structure, 3 points for answering all the questions that were asked, so you have all the required content, 2 points for spelling, grammar, punctuation, and if you meet the length requirement. Now, typically, again, for a journal entry, it would be 600 to 1,000 words, but for that particular assignment that I showed you, I changed that to 400 to 700. So you always want to make sure that you check the grading method. All right, let's go back to the course. All right, in Module 1, and all right, Introduction Documentation. So every module will say what you need to do before class. So for example, in this one, you need to read the textbook, chapters 1 through 4, print and read the medical terminology list. All right, that's a 4-page document. There's the end of it. Computer's a little bit slow. So that's that document. You need to read The Gift of Pain, chapters 1 and 2. Then it has a little lecture that I have on the topic, and then a study guide. So what I'm recommending that you do when you come to a new module, you go right down to the study guide and you click on that and you print off a copy. All right, this is what the first study guide looks like. It's 2 pages. This will guide you through the readings in the textbook. Okay, so I'm putting the things that I think are most important out of the readings onto this study guide. Then you will want to listen to the lecture that I provide, and that will also help you complete some of the components of the study guide. All right. The study guides for that module are always due at 10 a.m., which is right after class. So I understand that you might have questions on the study guide. They weren't maybe clear or you didn't understand it. And we will have an opportunity to discuss those in class, and I can help you complete the rest of those. But you don't have a lot of time, so you need to have your study guides mostly completed when you come to class on Tuesdays. Because we'll want to move into some labs and some activities that I have planned for class. There's always going to be a section during class. Usually that's going to be hidden from you. It's going to be the PowerPoint that kind of guides our discussion or our lab, and we'll have some activity or skill to practice. The end will say complete the module and look ahead. So whatever is in this section will be due at midnight on Tuesday. Okay, so your faith journal reflection, you got a little bit more time to do that. And it will be due midnight on October 1st. All right, so that's kind of the general flow of the course. This, again, is a preloaded hybrid class, meaning that you have to come into the first class having already prepared. And if you get behind, you will find that it is very difficult to catch up. I mean, it's just really, really hard. Upperclassmen will tell you that too. It's not a good idea to just not do the readings before you come to class. So if you have any questions,